Good day, everybody. I'm Quintus. Welcome to another episode of DaddyTube. On today's episode, we'll be speaking about the truth about YouTube. Stay tuned. So welcome to today's episode. I trust today you will be blessed by this episode. Today it's completely different what we normally do. This is a real talk with Q&A, but only Q's here, A is gone. So today it's just me. I want to speak to you guys a bit about the truth about YouTubing according to what I see it, according to what I observe, according to what I've experienced. So yes, I am still a very small channel right now, but we're growing. And we're seeing tremendous growth, and what I'm picking up is daily there are so many people, so many channels that is literally just opening up and doing it because their friends are doing it, because everybody's doing it, because this guy's doing it, that guy's doing it, and all they hear is that YouTube brings money. Now here's my problem. YouTube does not bring in money. YouTube does not bring in views. YouTube does not bring in anything. You know who does? You do. Yes, you do. You see, my problem is this, that people do it because they hear people's making money, and that alone sounds like a pyramid scheme. Come join me, and if you under me, I'll make you money, and you make you money, and you make you money. And that stuff is not real. That stuff's not legit. So here's my whole viewpoint, right? If you are good at sport and somebody else comes and does sport and they're not good at it, they're not passionate about it, they don't even like it, to be honest, but they hear it brings in money and it makes them famous, would you follow that person? Would you want to be associated with that person? Would you even want to look at that person performing or practicing, for that matter? No, you won't. And that's my whole thing with YouTube right now, and this has got nothing to do with the size of your channel, because I've seen big YouTubers that's only in it for the money, quick fame, but just as quickly as they get to the top, they get back to the bottom, and they hit rock bottom and they're out of the game. So this is not about the size of your channel I'm speaking about. The truth about YouTube is you need to have passion for YouTube. You need to have a passion that you know your life is going to be completely different. You're going to need to know that there's going to be hectic video schedules, hectic shooting schedules. You're going to need to know that editing doesn't come that easy. I see people posting stuff on social media like, hey, I'm going to start my YouTube channel, but I want somebody to edit for me for free. And I'm like, what? You want somebody to edit for you for free, but you're about to start YouTube? Already you're out of the game. Already you're out of it. You know, how do you want somebody to edit for you if you're not even willing to learn? You know, I'm not talking about being the best editor in the world. I'm not talking about having the coolest graphics or any of that. Not even having the best equipment. I'm simply speaking about people that they're literally just too lazy. Make banner work for me, make artwork for me, and I'll give a shout out to you. Listen, you don't even have a video, or you have 2 or 3 videos. Nobody's watching your stuff right now. Who are you gonna shout out to? And this might sound very hard, this might sound very rough, this episode, but I think it's time that somebody says it. I think it's time that we get real about YouTube, you know? If you're in YouTube for YouTube, you need to know there's work involved. You need to be willing to learn how to edit. You need to be willing to learn how to make decent graphics, you know? And if you don't know how to, there's so many online resources to help you. So that's an excuse to say, I don't know how to. I'm sorry, that doesn't cut it for me, okay? So forgive me for this, but I think it's gloves off right now, okay? You can check my content, you can check my graphics. It might not be the best in the world, but it's decent. Man, I spent so much time on my content, my graphics, my editing, because I want it to look good. I do color grading. I make sure my sound is as decent as I can get it. So just that you understand that this video I'm recording right now, I'm shooting with 2 smartphones. I've got an iPhone 5, I'm shooting that, and over here we've got a Sony M5. I don't have lights, I don't have a mic, But I want you to understand that that doesn't stop me from at least starting and at least growing to where we want to go. When we started, we only had the one camera. We already upgraded to number 2. So we're growing and we doing the best of what we can. But I'm seeing people that because they use excuses like they don't have the best equipment, or they might have good equipment but they don't know how to use them, they're not willing to learn. I want to say, if you're serious about YouTube, if you're serious about this, you need to be willing to learn. Man, I've seen people that's big now, but when they started, their content was really bad, but they were willing to learn. They were willing to expand their knowledge and learn how to make this stuff more decent, more approachable, more attractive for people to watch. And I think that's the biggest thing that I see, that there's so many YouTube channels, but nobody's willing to learn. Nobody's willing to put in some time, put in some after hours and say, listen, I'll do an editing course, I'll do a designing course, I'll do a photography course, just get the basics under the belt. But nobody wants to do that. Everybody just wants to be big on YouTube. Yay! So some of the biggest YouTubers I've seen, and I want to make this clear, I watch YouTube a lot. I don't just have my channel and I hope I'm big one day. I spend hours on YouTube wherever I can. Man, sometimes 2-3 o'clock in the morning I spend time on YouTube. So I want my channel to go forward. I want to see what the guys are doing. I want to see what's good, what's attractive, what is nice out there. So the biggest YouTubers I see, I'm talking about the Casey Neistats, the Roman Atwoods, the Superwoman Lily Singh. I'm talking about PewDiePie, the Shaytards, Dude Prefekt, FSTU, Chelsea Crockett, Fun for Louie. I'm talking about the big guys, the guys who got, man, a couple of million of subscribers. I'm talking about really big YouTubers. And you know what I see from all of them? They take time and they work hard. I want you to understand, when they reached 1 million subscribers, they didn't stop working. They didn't sit back and like, hey, we're big on YouTube now, we can relax, we don't have to do anything. The more they grow, the more they work to make themselves grow. I see it every day. I want you to understand that YouTube is really hard work. You need to find time to think about an idea, and not just any idea. It needs to be an idea that is either nobody's ever done before, or it needs to be an idea that if somebody's done it before, you do it better than what they've done before. Okay, so then you have your idea. Now you need to come up with a concept about how to shoot it. You need to think about location. You need to think about time of day. You need to think about all these things. Okay, then you need to go and shoot it, given you have the right equipment to do so. So after you've done all of that and you've actually gone and you've shot your video and everything, now the work only starts. Now you need to start to go to editing. You need to, of course, have a proper editing program, whatever you choose to use, whether it be Final Cut Pro, whether it be a Filmora, whether it be Adobe CC like I use. Whatever you use, you need something decent, right? And then you need to start editing it. And editing takes time. If you want to be good, it takes time. So then you need to start editing your content. After you've edited it, you're maybe going to add some music, you're maybe going to add some graphics, you're maybe going to do color grading, you're going to do maybe some titles. And after you've done all of that, after you've edited, put in your graphics, after you've done all of this, then you need to export your program or render it. And sometimes your computer may crash, sometimes your software may crash. Then you maybe have to do everything over. It happens, right? You need to understand this. So after you've done all of that, it's time to upload. Now you upload your video, depending on your internet, depending where you are, you get your video up. I don't know how long it takes, right? But now you need to understand the work ain't finished. So your video is up there. Now you expect the whole world to rush to your video to see it, right? Because that's what we all want. We want the views, we want the subscribers. Guess what? It's not gonna happen. Maybe 1 in a million, maybe 1 in a billion people that would happen to you. Upload and boom, a video gets really viral and you become famous overnight. It's not what I've seen. Maybe 1 in a million, like I said, maybe 1 in a billion. That doesn't happen. You need to understand, now you need to start looking for keywords. If you don't know what it is, go Google keywords. You need to understand you need keywords to start ranking your stuff. You need a proper description so people know what they're going to watch. You need a good tagline, but not clickbait. If you don't know what that is, go Google it. You need all of these things. You need to link it to social media. Now, if you've done all of that, oh, don't forget you need a proper thumbnail. A good thumbnail is good. Now comes the work. You've done all of that. Your video's good. You've shot, you've edited, you've uploaded, you've done tags, you've done keywords, you've done everything. Now comes the work. Now people need to know that your content is available for them to watch. So how are they going to do it? By you spamming on people's stuff and saying, hey, check my stuff. No. If you value everything, all the work you just did, like I mentioned, if you valued all of that, doing all of that, you will not spam work. People that value this stuff will never spam their stuff. Because I put in all that hours to get that specific video out. You know what? I want people to see it, but I want people to value my work. So now I start posting on social media. I start posting on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Google+, wherever. But I don't make it that if you watch me, I'm going to watch you. Because how do I know the next person did as much work as I did? How do I know they value themselves and their work as much as I value it? And for that reason, I will never do view for view. I've done a video on sub for sub, which will be right here. But I will never ever do view for view. Because I really spend time to make my content really good. For the equipment I have, I think we're pretty good. We can definitely improve on sound and lighting, and there's a lot of stuff we can improve on, but I'm willing to learn. I spend weekly, I make sure I do courses, I do stuff so my content keeps on improving the whole time. So I want to encourage you and say the truth about YouTube is it's not an overnight success. And being a small YouTuber, I challenge anybody of any YouTube channel size to try and prove me wrong. YouTube is not an overnight success. You can check the biggest guys. They've been doing it for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years already. And they've been doing it, some of them doing it daily. Hats off to the guys who does like daily vlogs and stuff. I don't know how you do it. I do it 3 times a week and I'm still working full time. I'm a dad, I'm a husband. I still want to have a social life. I still want to do stuff. I don't know how you do it, but respect to you. Respect to every YouTuber out there that values themselves. Respect to every YouTuber out there that says, listen, I'm worth this. I can do this. I'm in this for the long run. I'm not just here to make a quick buck and to get famous. I'm here because I've got a message to give. I'm here because I've got a story to share. I'm here because I've got something to say. In a world full of voices, what is going to make you stand out? You think just popping on another video is going to do it? People want something. They want something real. That's why the biggest of the biggest tubers right now, the Roman Atwoods, the Casey Neistats, they've got something to give. What do they give? They give their lives. They give their lives. People want something real. So let this be a challenge to everybody out there. If you want to be big in YouTube, if you want to grow on YouTube, if you want to be successful on YouTube, you need to understand that it's going to take work. If you're willing to work hard, go for it. If you like this video, I would love you to subscribe and comment below and become part of the DaddyTube family, where we can have more real talks, where we can share our family life, where we can uplift, motivate, and inspire you and your family. Until we see you again, thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching this episode, and share it. Comment below whether you agree, whether you don't agree. Thank you guys, bye bye.